Albania is a hidden gem in Europe that's getting a lot more popular in recent years. So when I decided to travel through the Balkans, the country in the southern Adriatic coast was the natural starting point for my backpacking trip. The first stop in this gorgeous country is Tirana, its capital city. Tirana is a fascinating blend of modernity and tradition. A city where colorful buildings, lively cafés and street art meet historic mosques, communist architecture and a moving past. Once one of the most isolated capitals in Europe, it has completely transformed over the past 3 decades. Today, the city feels young and creative, full of energy and optimism. We started Tirana Castle, which looks modern but actually dates back centuries. It was first built in the 6th century and later expanded by the Ottomans in the 15th century. It became an important part of the growing town with houses, shops and mosques inside its walls. Today, only fragments of this old castle remain. It's now full of cafés and restaurants and perfectly blends the historic sites with modern life in Tirana. A very lively green space in the city center is Rinia Park. It was built during the communist era in the 1950s, but was completely renovated in the beginning of the 21st century to feature many fountains, trees and pathways where locals meet to relax. Rinia literally means youth in Albanian. It was once surrounded by cafés that secretly played Western music during the dictatorship, making it a rare escape for young people back then. After the 1990s, it went through a rough phase filled with illegal bars, but it was completely revived in recent decades. Tirana is especially popular amongst younger people because of the nightlife. The trendy Blloku district, once closed off to ordinary Albanians during communism, is now packed with bars, clubs and cafés that stay open until late at night. One of the city's most unusual sights is the Cloud, an art installation made of steel tubes by Japanese architect So Fujimoto. You can actually enter it and climb on top. The installation was first built for the Serpentine Gallery in London before we moved to Tirana. Arguably the city's most impressive building is the Great Mosque of Tirana, officially called the Namazgah Mosque. About 60% of Albanians are Muslims and this mosque is the largest one in the entire country. Construction began in 2015 and it was inaugurated in 2023. It can host up to 4,500 worshippers inside and 10,000 including the courtyard. The architecture combines Ottoman, Byzantine and modern Albanian elements, with 4 tall minarets and a massive central dome that glows beautifully at night. Inside, the walls are decorated with intricate calligraphy and stained glass windows inspired by traditional Islamic art. Even if you're not religious, you can't miss out on this impressive building. It's one of the newest icons of Tirana's skyline. The Pyramid of Tirana was built in 1988 as a museum dedicated to Enver Hoxha, Albania's communist dictator. You can climb to the top, though it's a bit steep, about 60 steps to reach the peak. The view on the top is incredible and shows you almost all of Tirana and the Albanian mountains surrounding the city. The pyramid is often called the most hated building in Albania, but locals also love it as an urban playground. It has recently been renovated into a youth and tech center. A quiet getaway in the city is Tirana Lake Park, also called the Grand Park of Tirana. It's a huge green area on the city's southern edge, centered around a large artificial lake built in the 1950s. Locals come here to jog, cycle or enjoy coffee by the water. The park is full of shady trees, winding paths and even small hidden spots perfect for reading or picnicking. An unusual attraction is Bunk Art, a system of tunnels that you can visit to explore some of Albania's darker past. During the communist regime, Albania built over 170,000 bunkers across the country to protect political leaders during the Cold War. To put this number into perspective, that's about 1 bunker per 11 citizens, making it the 2nd largest bunker system in the world today. Bunk Art 2 is located right in the city center, beneath the former Ministry of Internal Affairs. It was built as a secret shelter for government officials in case of nuclear attacks. Today, it's a museum that takes you deep underground, showing the life-sized offices, bedrooms, and meeting rooms that were once sealed off from the world. You walk through eerie concrete corridors covered with Cold War-era maps, propaganda posters, and surveillance equipment. The exhibit tells the story of the Sigurimi, the secret police who controlled every aspect of daily life, and the countless people who were in prison or executed for opposing the regime. During the second half of the 20th century, Albania was suffering from one of Europe's most repressive authoritarian regimes. Surveillance methods were modern and used a lot to both find enemies of the state but also to scare people. The House of Leaves Museum tells the story of surveillance, fear and propaganda during this period. It was once the headquarters of the secret police's wiretapping unit, and its name comes from the ivy-covered facade. This museum is dedicated to the victims of communist terror and is one of the most moving experiences in Tirana. Right across the street is the Resurrection of Christ Orthodox Cathedral, the largest one in the country and the center of the Orthodox Church in Albania. It was completed in 2012 and its dome is 32 meters high. We finished our tour at the massive Skanderbeg Square in the heart of the city. Here you find the Skanderbeg Monument, the National History Museum with its giant socialist mosaic, the Tirana Mosque, and several government buildings. Thank you for watching. This was the first of several videos on Albania. Next, we will head to Beograd. If you don't want to miss it, please feel free to subscribe. And see you next time.